All right, cool. We are back. So, what went wrong?
2025, right? The brand, it's so omnipresent and seemingly eternal. It's been on a yearly release schedule since I believe 2005's original Call of Duty 2. So that's like 20 non-stop years of answering the call. Like really complete and thorough that it's hard to imagine a world where Call of Duty isn't number one. It's always on the game charts right up there with the never-ending Grand Theft Auto 5.
It's gonna be like so interesting to see what happens when GTA 6 is released. Like, I just personally, I cannot wait because over this past week, like, I've been struggling, like, real life struggling to find a game that I can actually sit down, play, and enjoy. Take that in, because the amount of, like, literally the amount of people and the amount of games that are being released nowadays is like there's infinite amount of games these days, and yet I'm still struggling to find something that's good to play. And then it's like when you have games like Black Ops 7, like a Call of Duty franchise that I probably should be able to rely on, release crap games over the past 5 years. It just makes it worse because now it's like I can't even fall back on the games that I used to play. Obviously, at the moment we got like new games like Art Raiders. I've been playing a little bit of Art Raiders. It's good. It's a good game. Don't get twisted. Like, it has a lot of potential, so to say. But knowing me and the type of gamer that I am, I probably won't be on Art Raiders like every single day. I can't sit down and just play an extraction game where I'm just getting loot and that's it. I don't know. A lot of people clearly can do that. I just can't do that. Like, I need a bit of action. I need the breakdown time, and then I just need to hop back into action. And I felt like that's what Call of Duty needs. Well, actually, it does. It does do that, but it's just not the same anymore. Like, everything is so saturated these days. It's just like, what else can Call of Duty? Even the thing is, even if Call of Duty was to improve, you gotta think, like, how could it even improve anymore? Because, I mean, first of all, they can probably take off like skill-based matchmaking. That can come off. In terms of like the maps, the guns, like all of that stuff is just actually just gonna have to stay the same because there's only so much you can do. It's kind of like the iPhone situation that I was explaining before. Like, you can only upgrade the camera on an iPhone. You can only upgrade the UI. You can only upgrade the performance. Like, that's basically about it. Like, when you actually sit down and deep it, like, there's actually not much they can do. But yeah, it's sad to see a franchise like Call of Duty just go to shit. So I'm so excited for GTA 6. Like, I think when GTA 6 comes out, that is literally gonna mark a revolution of like, the whole world will come together and play GTA 6, bro. Like, that's how deep that game is.
Games are also an anomaly in the industry. Call of Duty is only dipping its toes in the live service model with the Warzone mode, but the games themselves have stubbornly stuck to that full price yearly release model. Something that almost no other franchise has been able to accomplish outside of yearly sports game.
That's another thing I want to talk about as well, because I feel like games like Call of Duty shouldn't be priced at like 70, 60 pounds when they're just releasing the same game. It's actually kind of just so pointless. Like, and people buy it. Like, I'm probably gonna buy it, I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I'm actually gonna buy it is because I can't find another game to sit down and like play consecutively throughout like my I don't know, my PlayStation journey, I guess. I don't know. Like, a lot of single player games I play, but I play them and then I finish them, and then it's just like, what can I go back to fall back on? And the only option these days, for me anyway, is it has to be like a Call of Duty game. Even though they're putting out trash, which it's sad. But when you think about things as well, like, a lot of PC gamers have so many options. Like, they basically have everything. You can play any game on the internet. Like, but when it comes to things like console or like handheld consoles, like, you're limited to what you can play. And that's kind of annoying because now it's like you're restricted a little bit. But like you're not even restricted. Like there's still a load of games, but you're restricted in terms of exploring like unofficial games. Like all the games that have been released are technically official and have basically been put to market. So you're gonna have to, at the end of the day, you are kind of restricted because you have to buy what you can for a console game. And it's annoying because if you buy a game and the game's actually crap, like I literally bought a game the other day, I forgot what it's called now, I can't even remember the name, that's how bad it was. Like I bought a game in advance hoping like it was a racing game, by the way. Like I thought it was gonna be like the next like Gran Turismo. Bro, like I loaded the game and the game like wasn't even working, and I paid like, how much did I pay? I paid like £80 for this game. Like it's actually such a crazy time to be in. Like how are you charging people £80 for a game? Yeah, like the whole marketing, everything's good, like people are excited, and you drop the game and it's just like trash. Like literal trash. Like the game is not even fully developed yet. How is that possible, bro?
Releases. But what's interesting about these games is that there is still some crossover with the hardcore gaming demographic. You know, it's not something that the core gaming audience ignores. When a game like NBA 2K comes out and has like a bunch of predatory microtransactions and it's just a mess with bad game modes, lacking any innovation or new ideas, usually, you know, the larger gaming community just kind of shrugs and doesn't care. But when a Call of Duty game is subpar, everyone stands up and takes notice. First, it was 2023's Modern Warfare 3, with its clearly half-baked campaign that just really felt slapped together with the multiplayer offerings that just kind of...
I was literally talking about this the other day with my dad. I think we both agreed on the fact that Call of Duty fell off. I think the last good Call of Duty was probably Black Ops 4. I probably would say Black Ops 4. Because then after, I can't remember if, I think Cold War came after that. Or like Advanced Warfare. Or one of those Call of Duties. But like those two, Advanced Warfare and Cold War, like that was literally the decline of COD. Like from those two games onwards, it's literally like just been downhill. Like, I don't think for about like 3 years after Black Ops 4 released, I didn't actually buy a COD, and I just didn't feel to because it didn't make any sense. But for a very long time, like I was not playing Call of Duty, bro. And I thought like, let me get back into it because like there's not really much games to play. I kind of want to get back into that like Call of Duty mode again, but it just wasn't hitting the same. Something about it just was not hitting the same.
Warfare 2, but did little else, and its terrible and unnecessary zombies mode. There are rumors suggesting that what eventually became Modern Warfare 3 was originally designed as a paid expansion for Modern Warfare 2, like, you know, DLC. But Activision bumped the game up to a full paid release and, you know, tried to add more to it last minute and gave the developers less than a year to really slap together what they had to make this happen. We're already pretty low, and then Activision Blizzard got hit with the double whammy of an actually good Battlefield game releasing not too long ago with Battlefield 6, and something...
Everyone keeps like telling me like, you should get Battlefield 6, but something about it, I don't know, it just puts me off. I think it's the fact that it's not like quick, short games. It's more so like you jump into a game, you're in a lobby with like 100 other people or however many there are, and it's just like total carnage. Like you're just running about for a little bit, not even a little bit, for quite a while, shooting enemies like it's real war. And like in terms of like a game, I mean, it is a good game, but I don't think it has the longevity that a Call of Duty would have on me.
Black Ops 7 launched into, and if they had any hope of winning back fan support, then the game was gonna have to be more than just another number. This game couldn't just get by on goodwill anymore. So if you've been paying attention, Black Ops 7 launched on November 14th, and the reception hasn't really been great, at least in the hardcore crowd. If you just look at critical reviews, you might be led to believe that it's actually okay. The game's Metacritic is currently hovering around a respectable 83, it paints a very different picture. Now, at the time of us making this video, the Metacritic user score for the game is sitting at a score of 1.7 out of 10. In terms of sales, there are also signs pointing to the game underperforming. It's early, we don't know yet for sure. This is Call of Duty, so it's inevitably still going to sell well.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad he brought that up as well, because as I said before, like I probably am gonna buy Black Ops 7. At the end of the day, people are still gonna buy the game. Like, it still is the #1, I think, game in the United States, I think it is. So it's like, when there's like a lot of backlash as well on social media, I kind of just take it with a little, like, a pinch of salt, because, you know, give it like a few months, that's when you really start to see like the longevity of a game.
Happened before, and honestly, there are so many people out there that don't read articles, they don't look at video game memes, they don't listen to people like us talking on the internet. The Call of Duty train seems to just kind of roll on regardless of players like us complaining, but that might not actually be the case as much this time around. We're not saying that the game is set to be some kind of massive sales failure, because we're just not at that point yet. It's too early to call any of these numbers definitive. And you always have to take into account that the game is now a day one Game Pass game. So there's a lot of signs that Black Ops 7 may actually be underperforming for the series again, but we just don't have all the facts yet to make a definitive statement one way or another. At number 12, and that's not even the core game, it's a Vault Edition upgrade. The actual game is all the way down at number 15. Arc Raiders at number 1, and Battlefield 6 at number 2. Again, let me repeat, none of this means that Black Ops 7 is going to be a failure, and I don't think it's going to take one game to be like the end of Call of Duty as a franchise, but the dip could be significant enough that it'll maybe force Microsoft and Activision to reconsider the series' future and how they approach it.
It's so crazy, like, looking back at this, because there's games on here that I wouldn't even expect to do as well. Like, for example, like Overwatch is such a huge game, but I've only played it like once or twice, and I did not think it was that good. I think it appeals to probably like a different age range, I guess. But yeah, things like World of Warcraft makes sense, COD makes sense. I haven't heard of StarCraft I've heard of Diablo, but I don't know what type of game it is.
Part of the Xbox division's portfolio at this point. They bought Activision Blizzard for Call of Duty mostly, more than usual for a Call of Duty. And to their credit, there is a lot of video game here in this package, but if anything, it's even more of a cut-up collection of resources than even Modern Warfare 3. The core multiplayer is better, and we said that before you buy. Like, we found the multiplayer to be pretty decent, but that's only because they've reversed course so much. We've basically reversed course back to like Black Ops 2. All innovation in the series has kind of bled out since Modern Warfare reboot, and it's like 2012 all over again, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it does suggest that the Call of Duty developers, they're trying to figure out, they don't really know like where to take the series now. All they can do is attempt to recreate these past glories.
Like, that's exactly what I said at the beginning. Like, there's only really so far you can take this COD franchise. Like, at the end of the day, it's always going to be the same it's always going to have the same sort of concept, like, you might get a fancy new UI change, new skins now, I guess, because that's like a new thing that they've implemented, new camos, new maps, but like, at the end of the day, it's just like, it's always just going to be Call of Duty. And I think people can't, like, especially sort of people like me in my generation and older generations, like, they can't see the value in buying another COD. I think I have a couple of CODs left in me before I kind of put the controller down. Yeah, for reasons that I already explained. But for the general like consensus of people, I think COD is like, it's finished, bro. Only now realize that there's not much we can do, but there's not much else that can be done with Call of Duty.